Alright, we are back with Theme Thursday, and we're going to be going through some different Christian terms and Christian lingo, I guess you could say, and we're going to be going through today the word, the process, the concept that's true, that's going to happen, glorification. And this is something that we are going to experience one day when we die. Can't escape that. You know, my math teacher once said that he was going to escape death or something. Man, I don't know what he was talking about, because that's like not even possible. So what we are not going to do is escape death, but instead, when we die, we are going to be glorified with God in heaven. And that's probably the most exciting thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life. And what that means for us is that when we die, we are going to be judged by God. Everything that happened in our life is going to be put in front of Him. And we're going to be like, this is all what I've done, what I've experienced, what I did. This is all in front of you, God. And what He's going to do is, because Jesus died on the cross, was resurrected, and sin is now out of the picture, and we accept Jesus Christ, and we go to heaven, all of that is put to the side. And now there is no sin, there is no sorrow, there is no pain, there is no death. And when we get to heaven, we're going to be in our new, transformed, glorified bodies. Same person, new body, hard to explain, but there's a lot of things like that with God. We just have to accept it because He's more powerful than us, and I'm happy about that. One verse that explains this well is 2 Timothy 4:8, and it says, "Henceforth there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have loved His appearing." So if you ever wondered, I wonder if someone in heaven is looking down on me. I'm not gonna lie, I can't answer that right now. I'm not one to answer that. But what I can say is that those who have believed in Jesus Christ and have gone to heaven, we will be up there with them in heaven, new glorified bodies. But instead of just being with them, what we can look forward to is being with God, experiencing His glory with fellow believers that have died and gone up to heaven. But we will be experiencing His glory. The cool thing is, He actually is sharing His glory with us both now on earth, because we can live in this amazing creation He's made for us, but also when we go up to heaven. People would think, well, if God's sharing His glory with us, doesn't that mean He's losing some glory? The cool thing is, when He shares His glory with us, His glory increases. And that's like, well, how does that work? Man, that's just another thing that it's hard to explain sometimes. We just have to love and accept God, because when He shares His glory with us, that's Him sharing His love with us. And as anyone would possibly expect, His glory increases, and we can rejoice in that, be glad in that. But what this means for us is that we should be encouraged and hopeful when we think, what do we really put our hope in? You know, Jesus has already died on the cross, and sure, we can have hope in Him coming back one day, but we can have hope that we will be with God in heaven, which is just so crazy to even think about. People can't even, it's hard to imagine heaven. Well, all you got to think about is you being there with God, and that's what we can look forward to. So I encourage you to persevere through whatever trial, whatever tribulation we be experiencing right now, because ultimately we will put that to the side on Judgment Day and experience God's glory all together with our fellow believers on that glorious day when we can experience glorification.